total solar eclipse happening on August the 12th at 12:35 p.m. Central Standard Time at 20 degrees of Leo. Find the house of Leo and understand the theme of what is being highlighted, where there is light, blessings, and abundance coming in. I'm going to break this energy down just a little bit. Not that I haven't talked about it enough, but it is really like fucking awesome. So for one, I would tell you, do not frolic in the energy. So, around tomorrow, there is a meteor shower tonight. There's a meteor shower tomorrow night on August the 12th, but I would not frolic, right? I would just be aware that there is a total solar eclipse, which is like an unplugging, and then it's going to plug itself back in. So there are going to be new blessings and things that come into your life that I want you to hold space for. I want you to do meditations. I want you to just take a deep breath, take a fucking shower, however you connect to that energy of self and manifestation, because all things in divine timing, but I'm sure that there are things that you have been working towards, especially with all the, we have to remember the full year. So I'm talking about the total solar eclipse, but let's start with Aries and Neptune and Saturn coming into conjunction at 0 degrees of Aries. So there is some newness, a new frequency, something we've been pulled and called to do that feels very, not spiritual, but very, like spiritual, like a calling for us to do it. And Saturn is saying, I'm going to help you build it, because Saturn and Neptune came conjunct, and then Saturn has moved along. Like, okay, well, let me help you build this thing out. And so there is some area, the Aries area of your chart, where you have been working, probably unbeknownst to you, on something that is like you're called to do. This total solar eclipse is going to trine those planets in the sign of Aries. So there is like this supportive energy of going, now is the time to take the risk. Now is the time to be visible in that thing. Now is the time to speak your truth for many reasons. First, let's talk about the fact that this is like a blessing because Jupiter is there. Mercury, Jupiter, the moon, and the sun are all in the sign of Leo. Mercury is activating this 4-degree basket that we just had, and all the astrologers were talking about last month, of the outer planets all making this like basket formation of support of trines and sextiles. And then there's the opposition from Jupiter to Pluto that was happening, which was bringing up our fears around the blessings and the things, and like this energy of like becoming an authenticity that we are seeing, right? Like it brought up a lot of our obsessions and our fears and our subconscious energies around those things were happening last month. Now that Mercury has activated and will activate tomorrow, this 4 degrees, it is under Jupiter's protection, because Mercury is coming in at 4 degrees. I believe Jupiter is at like 9-10 degrees. So Jupiter is protecting Mercury, right? It's big. Jupiter's bigger than Earth. It's big. It's a big planet. So it's protecting Mercury, and it's giving Mercury this okay to speak its truth, to think new thoughts, to have the conversations. Mercury is really a star of this show, of this total solar eclipse. Mercury is sextile in Uranus and Gemini. Mercury is also sextile in Venus and Libra, right? And so what that means is that there are going to be a lot of relational things. Venus in Libra wants to have the conversation. She wants to connect you to new people. She wants you to have new experiences. She wants to bring balance and harmony and justice. But Venus in Libra is much more vocal and balanced. Coming out of Virgo, where she was kind of like having a lot of discernment, right? So Venus is like, no, let's connect and let me get you with these people. But she's also having this conversation. She's in a grand trine and in a kite formation with like all of the planets. Like there's a lot of planets involved in different conversations for this total solar eclipse. And Venus is also another connector, right? Venus is connecting us through our heart space, through our communications, through relational energy. Mercury is bringing this fire. It's helping us concentrate our internal wants. It's helping us articulate and understand. It's helping us get downloads and guidance that makes us move. But it is very much so activating that 4-degree protection and that basket energy that we were talking about. So Venus is squaring Mars and Neptune is squaring Mars. So let's talk about Mars, because Mars just moved into Cancer. And Mars is kind of like looking in the past. Mars is feeling some type of way in Cancer. Mars is like, and the square to Neptune and the square to Venus, like Mars has an issue. He wants to look in the past. He wants to look at past relationships. He wants to process the previous losses. He's thinking about what he didn't do right, what he could have done better. Mars is like all in his fucking feelings, and Venus, everything else is kind of giving this like, well, you got to move on, right? Mercury and fire is saying you got to move on. Venus in connection to these conversations and saying, well, you got to move on. And so just know that there could be some area of life, the Cancer area of your chart, where you may be feeling some type of way, or in your relation to men or women, there could be feelings, right? Like, oh, like past stuff coming back up that is making you feel some type of way, where the other party is like, but man, I could have did this better and I should have did this better type shit. Just know that they're going through their own woe is me and needs to move on. Venus is trining Uranus and Gemini. She's also trining Pluto in Aquarius, which is where that grand trine is coming from. Okay, so Venus is like, hey, there's a lot of good stuff. Like, look at this person and look at this experience and look at all these things that are actually coming in your personal life because of this total solar eclipse and this newness of energy that is here. Venus is going to move out of this square with Mars, which is, so it's a separating square. She's moving out of the square with Mars, and she's basically like, you got to move the fuck on because I'm moving on, right? You got to find you something to do because I'm moving on. Mars in Cancer, I have a natal Mars in Cancer, and we can feel some type of way. And so don't spend too much time in the past, because there's this brand new frequency of energy that is being gifted to you in some area of your life. And you do not want that woe is me energy to kind of bog you down where it doesn't even matter, right? It's going to sort itself out. Forgive yourself. Just look up Mars and Cancer, find remedies, lean into grounding your energy, lean into exercising, leaning to alchemizing, that type of thing, because Mars needs something to do, something else to focus on. So Leo is our attraction, right? Leo is our connection. Leo is our magnetism. There is a lot of light there. There is a lot of things that are coming with Mercury. And I hope that, you know, our personal planets are supporting us. Venus, Mars, Mercury, the moon, the sun. They're all given this energy of like, there are blessings, there are people, there are new relational experiences that are coming. And then our outer planets are also supporting us and going, here's some stability. You've been building on this thing. You've been working on this thing, and you can absolutely fucking do it. Okay. So just know we're not going to frolic in the energy tomorrow, but we are going to hold space in our heart and in our mind for the things that we have been building. They are very much worth it, right? Do some meditation, do some deep breathing. Know that you may be a little hot at the mouth. Know that the things that are coming may be bigger and bolder and more beautiful than you could have even imagined. And if that is the case, I love you so much. And I hope that that is just like, it changes your life, because this is that type of energy that is coming. Okay. I love you.